to school and hadn't heard anything. So I was getting ready. I was upstairs ironing. I can remember what I was doing. And I got a phone call from the central office. I don't know if it was Mr. George or if it was Paul. But one of them called me and told me to, I was getting ready to go to Bridgeton and to Arapahoe because they were expecting me to come put in applications. But they told me to go to the middle school and meet with Judy Humphreys, well, Judy Dees, at the time, and told me I was going to be interviewed by her for a job. I knew who Judy was, but I didn't know Judy. So true to herself, she continued to work as she interviewed me. You could just continue to work. You never stopped. Her and Martha, we were all in the same office and anyway, I got the call saying if I wanted a job, it was mine. So, of course, I took it. And over the next 10 years, at least, with Judy, before I came over here, I will say, and everybody listening, it was very important. One thing Judy taught me was dedication. I didn't know I could take a day off from work. I didn't know that when it was a work day I could go somewhere. I didn't know I could take an annual leave day. I didn't know. So, when Debbie come in the other day and showed me my payouts, I thought, thank you, Judy. Had it not been, I wouldn't have had those payouts. And it was years before I took a day off because I didn't know. Probably till I got over here. Because if Judy was at school, I had to be at school. And then first year she stayed with me pretty much, teaching me my new job. And I remember one day she come in, and I had my notes sitting there, and she reached right over, she took them, and she threw them right in the trash can. She said, "You have been spoon-fed long enough." And I looked up at her, and she was right, because I knew exactly how many times this pinky had to hit the key. I never missed the notes, but, yes, I just had some good leadership over the years, and I've had good times. And when I moved from finance to the front, it was another opportunity to learn yet another part of how the school system worked. And I love beginning teachers. I love beginning teachers. I hope you love them much as I did. I love beginning teachers. I think they are wonderful. And some of them have left, and we still communicate back and forth, And it's just been fun. But all good things have to come to an end. And I prayed, and I said, Lord, I really would like to go on if there's a way. And you know what? He just opened that door wide open and said, come on. And I just never questioned it. I walked right through that door. And it has worked out. I don't fear finance when I leave here. I don't worry about how things are going or what I'm going to do. Dr. Dawson asked me when I handed her my letter, she said, what are you going to do? I said, I'm going to put my hand in God's and go where he leads me because I don't have an itinerary, but I've got a great guide. And I've had some good years. I've had a little bit of a bump in the road along the way, but most of it's been good. And it's just been a pleasure working here. And if Mr. George was here, I'd thank him and Paul Delamar and Judy for believing in me 25 years ago and giving me the opportunity. And when I took the job and somebody said something about retirement, I thought, oh, that's something old people do. I'll never work that long. But here I am. So I guess that means I'm an old people. But it doesn't matter. Y'all see what I've got here in front of me, and I've got 2 more gorgeous grandchildren waiting for me this afternoon, and probably going to have another one day. Probably within the, well, not that she's expecting now, but I expect it to happen anytime. So, right, Susan? So we aren't done yet. And I told them I love them dearly. I don't want to do it every day. I don't want to babysit every day, but it's just good to know that I can. And what Jackson has taken out of all this is that Mimi's going to come have lunch with him. Aww. So I thank you all for a good ride, and I hope y'all can follow me soon. Sooner than later.